Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Void Stranger. Just to close the loop quickly on a few things, this is a Sanskrit 7, which would be Sif's number, because the Void Lords were numbered 0 through 7. And so it also kind of looks a little bit like his brand, and also looks a little bit like his creature. So it's a very Sif ending. There were a couple things from the previous episode I wanted to go back to. One, we saw this image, and I thought it wasn't Earth. It's definitely Earth. I can see it's like the backside of the Earth, or what I consider the backside of the Earth. Like, it's got Africa and Madagascar like on the left, and I can see India poking down. But also the North Pole seems to be being taken over by like purple whitish stuff that reminds me a little bit of the onion creature. I don't know if it's actually from the onion creatures, but like life taking over the shattered orb or whatever thing that we saw. And so I'm not sure if this means that, like, that happened as part of the ending or whatever. I don't know. And I do think it is Judge Zero. It's not a different Void Lord. I'm just not accustomed to seeing Judge Zero kind of like that tall and kind of from the side. And so I just wanted to clarify what I think I see in that image. The other thing is, I mentioned in the credits roll that it credited me with 5 fruits that were just random secrets that I found in suspicious looking places. And I said, no, I had found 6. There were 5 that I guess were like achievements in Zero Ranger, and that corresponded to the 5 fruits. I also found like a flower or a star, or it might have been a lily, that was not listed in the credits. It's on basement 189. I'm going to see if it's gettable a second time. Which might have implications for some other things. But basically, I want to try to get the strange creatures and to see the pause screens of the NPCs, and so that's what I'm going to try to do with this run, so let me get things started. And it occurs to me on the Enter Your Brand screen that it's almost like I'm programming dis for the run, effectively, by entering my brand. Kind of. And we are off to a great start. I forgot to enter the Wings brand a second time, and so I didn't have Wings and immediately fell in the very first pit. Good job, me. And one of my goals is to lower my morality score, assuming such a thing exists. And I know a way to do it. Grab a locucidal. Restart the game. Grab it again. Restart the game again. Grab it again. I think I could afford to be Void if I had to be in this run. And here's the Void Court. The Accursed has repeatedly hoarded locust idols. And I'm going to say not guilty, even though I am guilty. And I am back down to 0 locust idols, and I'm curious if I grab one and go to the next 4. I still have 1. Okay, so they're not going down by 1 already. And in which case, just in case I need the flexibility, I guess it would be nice to still have locucidals. And I don't need to get that many, though. Alright, I will see you... I wonder if this is good enough on basement 20, or if I do need to hoard locust idols the second time. Well, I guess we'll find out. I can always go back to basement 20 later on, which means I don't want to take this shortcut skip here. Oh, it just occurred to me I have to come back to basement 20 anyway, because I neglected to pick up Void Memory. Because I was thinking, oh, that's easy to pick up. I'll pick it up after basement 23. Not thinking about the fact that someone I want to talk to is on basement 20. I'm a genius! Alright. Well, this will make things extra interesting, I suppose. And if not, it means I can run by tail first and get sent to court for being lascivious there as well and increase my immorality, as it were. And so that'll make it more likely that I'd be able to see the trilobite on basement 20, I suppose. But we're basically there already, so I can just keep you with me. It's still not there. Okay, so it seems I need to become more immoral before it's going to appear. And I should be able to pull that off. So let's do grab Void Memory while I'm here. It just occurred to me in all the basements down here the walls have this kind of like organic tubular connection kind of thing going on. And in Sif bonging the sphere ending that we just saw, I think in the previous video, the very brief flash of like the onion people or whatever looked like they were also connected by tubes. Is it possible that the onion people have already like infected and taken over discs in the station? Is that the cataclysm that could have happened 70,000 years ago? That's a thought that had just never occurred to me until just right now. Okay, and so I also want to visit every NPC and check them on the pause screen. So if I haven't talked to an NPC yet, they don't appear. Let's just cut off the leech so we don't need to worry about it. Please don't kill me. You aren't one of those things, are you? Scared to be senseless right there, you know. Okay, so there is the nun on the pause screen. Great. That's what she looks like. Does she change after, like, the music changes? So we've already seen this text a number of times, and I presume that doesn't change anything. Yeah. You wouldn't happen to know a way out. You've got to keep moving. There's no undo key. You can only go forward in this game. No changes to her picture there. I was working in the garden. Is this a dream? She seems to be lost in thought. Still no changes. But now, if I walk away and do things... There we go. The music cuts out. She still looks the same there. If I talk to her again now... Do you believe? Alright, and then the music comes back, and it still has the same picture of her. Okay, so it seems like perhaps her picture is not that dynamic. But now I have seen it with my eyeballs. And so, I guess while I'm here, I don't know, I don't imagine that this is a, anything that would, like, affect my cheating morality score or whatever that I think I'm trying to do, based on a hint. But I'm gonna do that. And then I definitely know there's nothing I need on this screen. This, by the way, is one of the places where I got one of the secret fruits. It won't be there anymore. And I guess that's like a reason you might want to reset your file or something, but basically right there was one of the secret fruits. But in any case, with Tail, I think I have looked at the screen here, and it's not the case that Tail ever appears here. But we know if we do this, and I don't know how many times you need to do it or whatever, I've done it 11 times or whatever, that is something that will cause the justice people to be angry at you. And so I guess if I want to actually witness that, I should exit the game. And sure enough, when I restart, we're in the Court of Justice. The accursed has repeatedly succumbed to lascivious actions, 11 times to be exact. And this time I'll say guilty for a change of pace. Okay, so now I need to get back to basement 20. I guess I picked up more locust titles than I needed. I could just go back to basement 7 using my HP, I suppose. So I just need to get to a floor where I can get into the HUD. And I think actually 36 coming up is one of those floors. Let's see if I am remembering correctly. The answer is yes. So let me grab my HP, throw him over here. I think I have no HP now, so I'll immediately die. That's fine. And now we'll go back to basement 20. Right, and it makes this noise now. Is that the noise? Is that the noise of being in, like, the immoral state or something? And so there is some type of feedback about it? That never occurred to me before. That noise had happened before, and I hadn't really associated it with anything. Huh. Well, I guess we'll find out in basement 20, maybe. It might also be the case that it's just like a punishment, because I think that's the same noise as bouncing on Tail or whatever, and so Like the game is just going to be constantly reminding you of what you've done, possibly? That only just occurred to me as well. It's still not here. So maybe I actually do have to have all of my locust idols taken away. That's my next guess. Alright, well, that's what it's going to take. Turn around, snake. Let me go rob another chest. And where is the next chest that I can steal from? I don't need to go down here anymore. Here's a chest. This one is a pain in the neck to take multiple times. This one is much easier. Alright, so I'm going to steal that. And then steal it again. And then steal it one more time. And we're back in court again. Do I get just accused of the exact same thing? Hoarded locust idols. Right. Okay, so that's basically... Yeah, this is exactly the same conversation, but this time there is a different penalty. Because now, not only are my locust idols, I think, going to go down to 0, but then I'm going to lose one for every brain floor I descend. And this time I'll say guilty, sure, whatever. You're foolish, but you're an honest fool. Alright, so let's see if they've gone back down to 0. They have. And now if I pick one up on this floor... Oh, right, all the chests are empty. That's what it was, I forgot. Okay, so that's a thing. That has happened. And, I don't remember if I've actually tried this. Suppose I do this. Okay, it also doesn't work, because there's nothing in the chest. All the chests have lost their locusts or whatever. Alright, and the nun's already gone. So now I should be even more immoral, and so hopefully that means I will be even more likely to encounter a doodad. Oh, I'm going to immediately die and get voided. I think that's okay, because I think it can still encounter all the NPCs and whatnots while I'm voided. But I guess we'll find this out together. Have I been here? Is this my first time here? No. Do I wish to continue? Yes. And I presume I still am left with my same immorality score. The fact that the rocks are still making that noise when I push them suggests to me that I do have my bad score with the Court of Justice. And so hopefully that means I will be able to see a trilobite. I will meet you on basement 20 for the nth time. There's one other way, I forgot about this, that I can also get more negative justice, which is if you get yourself into a situation like this, you don't have to die. You could just restart the game, quote-unquote, without penalty. But if I do that a few times... Well, I did it 3 times, and I didn't get sent to the Court of Justice, and so it's possible it only applies when you have HP. I hadn't really considered that. But in any case... No trilobite. Really? Okay. Regardless, let's see if we can see some more NPCs. I can't remember if I saw this person on the on this screen or not. So I need to be careful not to kill you. Who are you? And why'd you give away my hiding place? Oh no! Alright, yeah, I think I did see her on that screen before. And so once again, I'm just going to see if her picture changes at all as I go through any of the dialogue. But no other changes in her pause screen picture, and so we'll go ahead and move on. So the fish is here in basement 58, and it's one of the most common strange creatures I've seen, so I wonder if different strange creatures have, like, different morality conditions or something, maybe? The thief cutscene chase didn't start on basement 92? I'm not sure If that's because I'm void or some other reason. So I decided to go ahead and kill myself as Gray, and we get to see Gray's pose, falling over and calling it quits. She was void. I killed myself 5 times in quick succession by running into a monster. And that if I press the button... Oh, wow! That's like her in like the zombie form or whatever, when she's being inhabited by Ad. And that if I don't press another button again, she falls over and turns into a rock. And I guess we get to see, effectively, another ending. Kind of the same ending that we've seen before, but a little bit different. And on the title screen, once again, we just see the rock, so this is one we've seen before. Okay, I'm going to inquire about exactly what I need to do to see that strange creature on basement 20 again. So it turns out the justice system is super complicated. I found some documents that some people pointed me at that's supposed to describe how it works, and it does not match the description. And so what I ended up doing was deleting my save file, like I saved off a backup copy or whatever, and just starting with a fresh save file, and doing some manipulations to get here, but I am finally here, able to talk to this trilobite that I saw a long time ago. So let's find out what he has to say. It won't be worth it, but I have to know. Have you met Ad? From their own undying flesh, they created many beings. From their own undying flesh. So... it sounds like... I'm just thinking about when we did our own brand and we saw what looked like the ovaries and womb image, and possibly being like the birth site of Gray or the other Void Lords or whatever. Okay. Only few survived, and even fewer became sentient. Oh, interesting. She was trying to create sentient life and apparently had many failures. Interesting. Okay. This might have been worth it. It took me like 2 hours to get to this state, since whatever you last saw in the recording. There are a number of other strange creatures, some of which I have never witnessed, either in my own playthrough or from watching other people's streams and videos. That's one of the things I learned by doing this route of investigation, and so I would like to talk to all of them, and so I'm going to try to go find them. And incidentally, on this run, the thief has reappeared. I guess until I actually talk to them, I won't get a chance to try to see their portrait. And I can't remember if we've already seen their portrait or not. Right, and in order to do this, I need to be clever enough to stay alive and get where I'm going. Fortunately, I have confidence. Also, apparently in basement 95 there's a strange creature, but I don't think my justice value is appropriate right now. I've seen the strange creature on this screen, though. Okay, so here's my chance. So currently we just see Gray on the menu. If we have a conversation... Didn't notice you there. Are you a treasure hunter as well? Would you mind if I took a better look at it? There she is. Okay, so there is the treasure hunter. And then... I think I'm actually going to choose to push her because being mean to the NPCs also reduces your justice value or whatever. And we've already seen her in the credits, and so I don't think that there's anything else that I need to see with her right now. So the next strange creature would be on basement 154. And it's kind of silly, but it just occurred to me that I also never got a chance on camera to catch the carrot. Or it might be, it might not be a carrot, it might be, I can't remember the name of the vegetable. There's some other root vegetable. But since I'm in a fresh save file, I could get it again, the one that I didn't manage to catch on camera before. And so I'm actually going to cycle back around. This will also give me a chance to re-lower my justice value to catch the next strange creature that I'm trying to get. And yeah, so I'll see you in a moment for something new. So here is the thing that I failed to capture on camera before. I think it's called a daikon, actually, is the name of that carrot thing. But yeah, I'd always felt bad about the fact that I'd missed that, and since we're using a fresh save file, now I can show it off. Hooray! Well, I missed a creature on 154, apparently, but here on 170, I have found someone new. Who are you? Lev, the third and final being. Interesting. Born through forbidden means. Oh, were the three traders the one where Ad decided to use a different technique or something to try to make them or something? Forbidden means. Speaking was hard for Lev. Right, Lev doesn't have a mouth. Thus Ad gave all of them horns. Oh, are the horns like a radio transmitter? Lev talked about the wireless conversion in Judge Zero's helmet or something. So that they could hear Lev speak. Lev was so grateful. If only Ad had stopped there. Oh, tell me more. Over time, even the most sincere gratitude will grow bitter. Silent resentment. A heartless being. Yeah. Okay. This has been taking much longer than I was expecting to find these creatures and manipulate my justice values, but I'm really glad because like there's some good like backstory lore going on here. And here is another strange creature on basement 222. This one will be a little bit tricksy to get to, I think. But I can use some of the extra tiles that are available from the heads-up display to get over there and talk to this guy. And I can't tell exactly what tiles you inhabit. Can I go this way? Yeah, alright. Finally, after honing their skills for so long, Ad got closer than ever before. They gave birth to a fragile being, lacking in strength, imperfect in many ways, just like Ad had hoped. An artificial Manusia, a being capable of enlightenment. Oh, capable of enlightenment. So this is like kind of like the some of the Buddhism kind of stuff, the chosen one who was meant to drive the Dis mech war machine to like end the time loop and save humanity or something, I think. Their true name, like all of the others, is long forgotten, but their sisters called them Sif. I see. Sif was supposed to be the one, my pride, my Lightbringer, who was going to save the world, it sounds like. And Sif indeed is the Void Lord with the biggest character arc, both from the conversations at the end of Act 2 with Zero, as well as the interference events in Act 1, and Sif's own monologue at the end. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to think through more stuff there, but that fits. Alright, so Lucifer is the big winner here in terms of being, I don't know, like the potential hero character that Ad was trying to make. But weak in many ways, like it ended up being a Void Lord. There's still something that doesn't track. Still having trouble piecing this together. And I need to improve my justice score now. and go back and get the strange creature that I missed on basement 154. So I think the appropriate thing for me to do is this. In any case, that's bookkeeping that I can do on my own. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, this is good. I'm glad I decided to do this. So the story is, in order to speed things up, I decided to try to reverse engineer some of the save file, some of which is text and some of which is binary. And there's an obvious way to change which floor you're on. And so I tried modifying the floor that I'm on, and the game has caught me. The accursed has attempted to create a shortcut between brains. This is great. This is unprecedented, if I'm being honest. The walls of these brains are impenetrable. A mortal shouldn't be able to escape them. But don't get the wrong idea. This transgression is still extremely severe. We propose the accursed should be punished accordingly. Oh, come on now. This trench never ends anyway. How much harm is there skipping a room, or a dozen? Lord Ad created this labyrinth. Oh, there's another instance of labyrinth. In order to punish sinners. Simply attempting to skip it defiles our Lord. You should understand that already. But that ain't swell. That ain't swell at all. No fun allowed, I guess. This has nothing to do with fun. Please try to take your job more seriously. You'll always start acting like a spoiled brat when you know you're losing. Yeah. Whatever you say. At least my horns aren't fat like yours. What'd you say? You heard me. Fatty horns. Say that one more time, and I swear... Fatty horns, 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 fatty horns. Okay. I'm gonna lose my voice if I keep this up. So we'll just let be. Beep it out. Please die. Silence. Stranger, how do you respond to these allegations? I respond by exiting the game and restoring my previous save because I already manipulated the justice value to where I wanted it to be, I think. And so I don't want to re-manipulate it again now. So, see ya! Okay, and I think this is the last of the strange creatures. Let's be careful not to die. Gore was the second being to be created with forbidden means. Ad tried to be careful this time. Too careful. Gore became almost emotionless, sluggish, and indecisive. They did not amount to much. Alright, there's a bit more of Gore's backstory. Cool. I just want to, like, now that I have all of them, just reread them all back to back and see if there's any new insights to be gained. Well, I don't know that I have any new insights, or at least not just yet. While I was walking around manipulating my justice values and trying to find the strange creatures, it occurred to me that on Basement 54, we also saw, like, a strange conversation in a glowing ball of light once, and it's another thing that I've never seen again. And so I went back to the people who were giving me hints, and I said, since negative justice values give you this, I saw this thing once upon a time. Is it possible that various positive justice values cause those things to appear? And they said yes. So there are more strange conversations that we can listen in on, but it's going to require more manipulation of the justice value, which takes a bit of off-camera time to actually enact. So I'm going to save that for the next episode, but that is something to look forward to. Yeah, there's just so much stuff hidden in every dusty corner of this game. It is crazy. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that you are as well. I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Void Stranger. For now, bye-bye.